Hi guys, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to show you what are the must-haves in the kitchen, because that is the most asked question that I get on this channel. Where did I get my stuff? Where did I get my spoons, my this, my that, my everything? So I'm going to share with you what are your must-haves. I'm pretty much a minimalist if you ask me. I don't like to have too much stuff. I don't like to have specialty things that just do one job. I just hate to do that. First of all, I never remember that I have them. Second, they take up too much space. Even though I do have a pretty big kitchen, I just don't like to fill it up with clutter. I learned a lot, especially after that whole Hurricane Harvey flood thing. The less you have, the better off you are. But there are some things that you really, really do need, and we're gonna go over them step by step. Now also, Mother's Day is around the corner, so it would be nice too. Like, you could think of these like as gift ideas for mom if she's needing something, or if you can't figure, if she likes to cook and maybe you want to get her something nice. We'll go over some like really nice things that maybe she wouldn't buy for herself, that if you wanted to, you can buy for her and, you know, make her cooking a little bit easier. So this microplane is awesome. Not only does it's also known as a rasp in some places, but not only does it zest a lemon, it also grates cheese. Instead of having a garlic press, I like to grate garlic on this thing, and it gets it to the perfect consistency where it literally melts in sauces and it makes life really easy. It's a must-have in my kitchen. I buy one maybe like every year or so because I wear it out pretty quick because I cook a lot, but this is definitely something that you want to have. A serrated knife. When it comes to knives, you don't have to spend, sometimes it's like hundreds or even $1,000 for those block sets that are name brand, and they have a whole bunch of knives that you don't even know what to do with, or you're not really going to need. You really need 3 knives. If you really want to get down to the bare bones minimum, you need a knife that's small, like a paring knife for like peeling and things like that. You need a chef's knife, and you don't have to go really expensive. Sometimes if you go to like Home Goods or Marshall's or TJ Maxx or one of those stores that have kind of like lower prices on some really good things, just get a really good chef's knife, kind of test it and see how it goes how easy it is to use in your hand, and get the best one that you can afford. And then you need a serrated knife. Serrated knives are must-haves. It's so easy to slice bread with this, but also probably the best way to cut tomatoes. I never cut tomatoes with a regular knife. I always use a serrated knife. It's a must-have, and my favorite place to buy this is, you'd be surprised, it's actually at restaurant supply stores. So go to the restaurant supply store nearest you. I'll also link down below if I can find it online somewhere. But the restaurant supply store is where I get mine. Then you need whisks, you know, all kinds of whisks. A small one and a big one are the two that I usually have. A rubber spatula. I cannot live without my rubber spatula. But let me talk about a rubber spatula that you do want to have and one that you don't. This, that's all silicone from top to bottom. You can just stick this in the dishwasher and clean it. It doesn't come apart, and it's really sturdy and easy to use. If you get one of these, now this is a Christmassy one, but they come in all different kinds. It's wood on one side, and then this comes off, and I really don't like that. First of all, I don't think it's very sanitary, and second, I don't like things that are really hard to take care of, that you can't just wash and forget about it. This, you have to take it apart, make sure the inside is clean, and it's just something that I don't like to mess with. So that's that. Then you need some cooking utensils. Tongs are a must. 1 or 2 are great. You can use it while grilling or even picking up raw meat, so you don't have to contaminate things. A spatula, some other like spoons and things like that for cooking. Wooden spoons too. I love my wooden spoons. I have a bunch. Get however many you think your mom will like or need. And then little ice cream scoops and big ice cream scoops. I feel like they're perfect not just for scooping ice cream, but for putting batter in like muffin trays, or even scooping out cookie batter if you're making chocolate chip cookies or something like that. It just makes life so much easier. Let me talk a little bit about measuring cups. So measuring cups. There are so many different kinds of measuring cups. As you see here, I have 3, and everybody asks me about this one, and it's really cute and I love it. I think I found it at Marshall's. I love that it's a wooden handle that's painted white, and then it's a beautiful copper holding cup. But I don't love that I have to be super careful when I'm washing this. I have to be careful that it doesn't get scraped like it did over here. I mean, it does look really pretty, but it's not very functional, so I kind of shy away from things like that. I would go for a stainless steel good old-fashioned measuring cup that also has the measurement in like milliliters. It's a standard size cup. I thought this was cute too, but one cup. I don't know if you can tell the difference. This one looks like it might be almost 2 cups or at least 1.5 cups. So if you're measuring with things that aren't, you know, the proper size, when you're measuring for like cooking, it's fine, you can kind of get away with it, but when you're baking, you're going to be way off if you're using these kind of measuring cups. Sometimes I just use them to hold ingredients, or if I'm really confident like that it won't matter the amount that's going into the food that I'm cooking. Then salt and pepper grinders. This is a pepper grinder and this is a salt holder, that's what I mean. I love olive wood. I just love I feel like it's a really good quality, and it's also really pretty to hold salt in. This is something really nice if you want to buy for mom. I feel like it's a nice, it looks really pretty on the countertop, and it's really practical too because it's easy to use. And then this pepper grinder is really well. I've gone through so many and they go bad and they mess up, and I just hate to keep buying them over and over again, so I'll link this one down below. Measuring spoons. Now, I have these, which are the ones that I recommend. They're rectangular, but they can be round too. You just want them to be sort of deep and flat. You want them to be flat because when measuring, if you have something that's kind of like offset, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I got these from like a dollar store a long time ago, and it's really hard to measure with them. Let me show you. The big tablespoon measure is still okay, but these, it's kind of like you don't know if you have the right amount or not. And it's probably why people prefer to weigh things, but sometimes when you're in a hurry and a recipe calls for like a teaspoon or a tablespoon, you just want to scoop it up and forget about it. And I love these for that because they're very accurate. And I'll link down below if I can find where they are in the description box. Let me move this stuff out so we can go on to cutting boards. Okay, cutting boards are a must-have. So in my kitchen, I like to have all different size cutting boards. I really lean towards hardwood. I love it. I feel like it's easier to work with, and plus it doubles as something to set food on when you're serving. So I love to serve bread on them, or to use it like to serve cheese and fruit. It's multi-purpose use, and that's what I'm all about. And it doubles up as decoration on my countertop when I store it, so that's a triple plus if there's such a thing. So I have different kinds of cutting boards. I have a really small one, I have a medium-sized one with a handle. This is probably my absolute favorite cutting board that I've ever bought. It was sponsored by a company called Allen Booth, and they're not sponsoring this video, but I can tell you that it is excellent quality. You do get a lot for the price. It's not very expensive. They have all different sizes on their site, and even different shapes. They have round ones and rectangular ones, handle, no handle. Excellent quality, and I highly recommend it. It is my favorite one. And second favorite, I would say, is this really big one that I bought. I think I bought it on Amazon, but I love it. Not only because it's very spacious, and if I'm cutting and preparing a lot of vegetables for something that needs a lot of prep work, it holds everything, but it is my most favorite thing to serve bread on when I'm hosting a get-together or a party, or have people over and I've made bread. I put the bread on here and I slice it, and it's very easy to serve, and I just love it. I love cutting boards. I feel like if you get your mom a really nice cutting board, she will really appreciate it because it's going to last a lifetime. The way I clean mine is I just usually soap and water it. I know some people don't like to do that, but I like to make sure it's really clean. Some people like to use lemon and salt. And then I just condition it with mineral oil. You can use olive oil too, but I heard that that's not too good. So mineral oil, I just rub it all around and it stays good. My cutting boards have not cracked or on me or anything like that. And now we're going to move on to some pots and pans. So when it comes to cooking, you don't need tons and tons of like pots and pans, but I really recommend that you have at least one cast iron pan. I've had mine for almost, I don't know, over 15 years. It's easy to take care of, easy to clean. It distributes heat evenly. It's perfect for making frittatas, even roasting chicken or vegetables in it. I feel like pancakes and French toast come out the best in it. I absolutely love it because it can go from stovetop to oven at any temperature, and you don't have to worry about it. It just lasts forever. Then I would say that half sheet pans are definitely a must when it comes to baking or even roasting things. They're just easy to clean, they last forever, and I definitely would have at least 2. I would have more, but 2 are like the minimum, because when you're baking cookies and stuff, 1 pan has never been enough for me. And then cast iron enamel pans. Now these are beautiful because they can go from stovetop or oven to table. You can present food in them. I love serving stews or even pasta. I have some pasta that I've boiled in here. It also doubles as workout equipment because it's so heavy, but that's another thing. They're really good. They're long lasting. They're inexpensive brands, and then there are super expensive brands. I'll link both down below. I mean, I just love them. I have a few, and I use them all the time. As far as saucepans go, for some reason, I love buying ones that have a spout. I feel like if I'm making something, sometimes if I'm making tea for a big, huge crowd, I'll use them, but I just feel good when they have a spout. I feel like multi-purpose, multi-use just makes life easier. So I like to have small and bigger ones, and make sure that when you're buying them, sometimes they can get very expensive. I was once in the store, I'm not going to say the name of the store, but I saw a pot, I turned it upside down, and I had to do a double take because it was like a few $100s. I could not understand why, because I've used inexpensive pots for years. The thing that you want to look for is for them to be heavy on the bottom. You don't want them to be thin because then food will burn. So that's what you want to look for. You want it to be a heavy gauge. I really like the brand Calphalon if you can find it. It's really long lasting, and Farberware is also good. I'm not a fan of non-stick cookware, so you want to stay away from that. So that's for the pots. Also have yourself a really nice stock pot too, because it's good for making soups and stuff. I don't have one around me, but that is definitely another must-have. So if you're looking to splurge for your mom on Mother's Day, or if you're looking to splurge for yourself, these two things, because this is really not expensive. Let's start with the rice cooker. I cannot live without a rice cooker. I did live without it for so many years, but now that I have one, I've had one for like the past 2-3 years. I use it all the time. My kids even use it. It's really so simple to use. You just put the rice in there, an equal amount of water if you're making white rice, equal like salt and a little bit of oil or butter, and you press the button and it's good to go. It's great for making oatmeal. You can even use it as a slow cooker. And I have rice in here right now, as a matter of fact. It's so simple to use. You put it in and you literally forget about it. I think they do make some now with stainless steel inserts, and I think I might even order myself one, because I do prefer stainless steel over the non-stick stuff, but I've been using it for years and it just has never gone bad, and it's pretty inexpensive. So the KitchenAid mixer is a must-have. You buy it once and it lasts almost forever. It really doesn't go bad. You can get glass bowls or stainless steel bowls. It comes with all these 3 attachments, and then there are other attachments like a pasta maker and a bunch of other things that you may need, so you can check out the attachments and get them if you need them. I think they have like ice cream attachments and meat grinders. I don't know, so many things. I love my KitchenAid. My kids got it for me for Mother's Day like almost 5 years ago, and I use it all the time for making bread, cakes, you name it. It's just perfect. I love it, and it comes in so many different colors, so you can get it to match your kitchen. If you want to put a big smile on your mom's face and she doesn't already have one, I highly recommend this brand, which is the KitchenAid. And then I've lived many years without a high-powered blender, and I've went through so many because of that. So these definitely are a splurge. They're expensive. The one that I have is the Vitamix, but it is totally worth every penny of it. It makes so many things. It can grind seeds to like a pulp. It can grind, I don't know, it can make smoothies ultra smooth. It's really good for sauces. It even heats up and makes soup. I don't know, I love mine, so I'll put the link down below. If you want to get it, go right ahead. If your mom likes Greek coffee, then you're going to want to go ahead and get her a little briki. That's how you say it in Greek. It's a Greek coffee making pot with some Greek coffee to go with it. They have them in all sizes. So this one is if you're only making 1 cup. I took it from my grandma's house so I can remember her with, and I have it and I use it all the time, and they make them in all different sizes. So that's it for today. If you want to know what the baking essentials are, or maybe some pantry essentials, comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. I'll post all the links in the description box, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.